Give me a sec, guys. I think mic audio is messed up. I don't know. There we go. I just put something in the comments there for you guys who are either watching later or you guys who are just joined the live stream. Let me see if this will fix my mic audio. Let me see if the mic audio is okay. Give me a second. I'm watching my own live stream. Yeah, guys. Just let me see if the mic audio is okay. I'm watching my own live stream. Yeah, guys. Okay, it's not that bad. I think I fixed it. Sorry, guys, if you had to hear the background audio. I'm literally having my stream pulled up right now, checking to see if anything has gone wrong. You know, I'm kind of, I wouldn't say testing the waters. I'm just basically seeing if everything is all right so far. But yeah. Anyway, what is up, guys? It is the extraordinary Saiyan here today, bringing you a live stream. Now, I've quoted myself of not, saying that, don't, don't. When I promise something, I don't make promises on the channel sometimes because, well, one, um, in real life stuff can, there can be obstacles in real life, and it ends up, taking time and stuff like that. So yeah, that's why when I say don't keep me to my promises, that's like most of the time. But as you guys notice, I've been keeping, it wasn't really a promise, but I've been keeping to what I said that I would stream on weekends. I was really tempted on streaming on about like last week, or I don't know how did you say it, last week, like on Wednesday or Tuesday. I was really keen on streaming those days, and I was really keen on actually streaming yesterday, to be honest, because of the fact that I thought that you guys would probably want to watch the video on Saturday instead of Sunday, because you got school, work, stuff like that. And if that's the case, at the end of this video, comment down in the comment section, and I will change the day from Sunday to Saturday, and it'll be okay with me. Give me a sec, guys. I have to do something. I'm sorry, guys. I was taking a phone call there. My bad. I was talking to my friend, which, you guys know is Rope. And he told me information. I'm not gonna talk about it on the channel. But, you know, I'm just not gonna talk to it because some stuff you need to keep private, and I respect that. I respect that because you know he probably do the same. He'd probably do the same for me if I told him that or told him something similar. Anyway, but yeah, if y'all want me to upload on Saturday, I can arrange it on Saturday basically. Other than that, I've been keeping it to my, I wouldn't say keeping my promise, but I've been uploading every weekend. And if I don't, I probably have something to do in real life at that point. Either way, yeah. Oh, we got a stormtrooper. A stormtrooper in here. Now, I said last stream I was gonna make 2 videos and talk about a YouTuber, and then I was gonna do like I was probably gonna do a ranting video, like 2 topics about ranting. But I decided the ranting stuff, I mean, I decided what was the point, because let's be honest, I'm gonna say what it was gonna be about, because I might as well say what it was gonna be about. Basically, I was gonna rant on Epic slash Fortnite for not having out the patch notes. Because here's how I kind of see it. I'm not gonna try to make it like, oh yeah, I'm mad or anything. I'm gonna try to say this in the nicest way as possible. In the nicest way as possible, basically. Should it matter that people can look at the patch notes and see what's going on and see how weapons are performing? I mean, I don't know. That's just me. I mean, I don't really care about being spoiled. If that's the case and you care about being spoiled, then why are you watching a video that has patch notes? Or why are you even looking at the patch notes? Like, come on, man. That's like when people were not really spoiling endgame. But that was like basically like when it was like a month and people were like, the creators like, yeah, you can spoil the movie now, and people were like, man, I haven't even seen it, you spoiled it. You know, in like a month's time, you would think at that point, if you haven't seen it, like don't be on the internet, dog. Just don't be on the internet, because you know you're gonna be spoiled on something. But yeah, like I don't get why they're not doing patch notes. Like if it's the whole deal about getting spoiled on stuff. I've heard from numerous people that it had to do with something similar to what happened in something in like chapter 1 with the combat shotgun when it first released. The combat shotgun was really not that good, and people were talking about it and they weren't that happy or something, and then Epic put it out and it was actually how it should have been, and everybody was happy about it, or it was like an OP shotgun. So at that point, that's what I've heard from people. But I mean, at this point, nobody knows why they're not putting out patch notes. I mean, I'm just guessing. Maybe it's the spoiler. Maybe it's because of spoilers and they don't want people to do that. But they have no, I would say no authority. I wouldn't say no authority. They do, but they have no like, it's not, I'm not trying to say the word authority, but they have no they have no power over people spoiling themselves. Like, basically, like, I don't care about spoilers. I still go over and look at the patch notes and stuff and see what's going on with the game, because I mean, at this point, some of the stuff that we don't even know, there's literally leakers going like deep into the game to get patch notes and stuff like that. And it's kind of, and it's like they added the harpoon gun. Nobody knew when the harpoon gun was going to be added. The harpoon gun, here's my fact about that. The harpoon gun is OP. It literally does a consecutive 75 damage. And he got one pump. As you see, a consecutive 75 damage. Oh, Sparkle Specialist. Mm-hmm. Oh, head crouching and stuff, dog. And you see how overpowered the harpoon gun is. That's how overpowered it is. You literally could just be behind a door, beat a sweat, and literally do that. Like, and without the patch notes, we didn't know how much damage it did. Like, they've took out the bandage bazooka. My guess is because of the little bug that was on the console, which had to do with it would be in your inventory, and for some reason it would literally like bug out your weapons and you couldn't switch it. Like all your weapons were invisible and you couldn't switch to anything. So maybe that's like a big problem. But at that point, there's been this challenge that's been out for like a whole like few weeks where you need the bandage bazooka. At that point, I haven't completed it. At this point, Epic should like, I wouldn't say they should do something, but I mean, making us wait, people wait who have this challenge, making them wait this long, like, I would say it's kind of messed up, to be honest. Like, I'm not saying they should give anything out, but at the same time, they should say something about it, like, oh yeah, we're sorry about that. Like, I'm not asking for anything in general, I'm just asking for, like, you know, like, oh yeah, we're sorry for taking it out of the game, you know, it's auto-completed now. Like, literally, if you finish all your challenges on that season, or like, if it'll literally just auto-complete it. They could have done that, but no. It's still not in the game. Here's the worst part. It's still not in the game. There is no message up there anymore that says it's still out. There's no message of anything telling me that it's still out of the game. So I literally had to figure out, go online and search it up myself, which I don't mind doing. I had to go online myself and figure out that the bandage bazooka is still not in the game, or the t-shirt cannon as I call it. Which at that point, I mean, it's not that big. It is a kind of a big deal because I can't finish my challenge and stuff. But at the same time, it just kind of sucks, man. I don't know what to say, to be honest. What is this? Weeping Woods National Park. Oh, that's where that little banner icon comes from. But yeah, it was gonna be mainly on that, and I forgot the second topic, to be honest. It must have not been something that big. But yeah. It's kind of messed up that you could do that much damage with an uncommon attack. Epic, if you're watching this, look how much damage I did with a common tag, or uncommon tag. Forgot what the rarity was. A common tag. Few headshots and that person was gone. But yeah, I forgot the second topic. The YouTuber one I'm still planning on doing, and the What If series I'm gonna have to push back because I'm gonna have to redo that whole video. So basically, I'm gonna have to do multiple takes and stuff because I feel like the first time I did it around the first episode I'm talking about, it to me it didn't seem like the quality that you guys should be getting, so I might push that back. Mobile content, on the other hand, mobile content, I'm going to probably push that back because one, I'm not doing daily or weekly uploads, you know. So maybe it might be completely random when if I'm feeling like it, that like how my old content was. The mobile stuff, if I'm feeling like it, then yeah, basically, I just don't know when I'm going to be planning on doing the mobile stuff. But I have a plethora of mobile games that I could tap into on this channel. Which one that's really been interesting to me is called Battle Breakers. It recently came out. I think it's from Epic. Also, it's a turn-based game. I love turn-based games. I don't know if you guys love turn-based games. I love turn-based games. Like turn, you know, you guys know what turn-based games are. If you don't, just look it up on Google. And it has elemental basically like they have water, fire, like, you know, water is more effective towards the fire people, fire is more effective towards the grass people, so and so. It's I'd say so far it's pretty good. And yeah. Y'all saw how fast he turned, right? I think that's a bot. I'm pretty sure that's a bot. I just wasted a sniper bullet. But there's that. There's Dokkan. There's Dokkan. There is if you guys like Dokkan, she had a this bot had a scar. Like, dog. I come across bots and they have scars, but it's crazy to see that. But nah, basically there's Dokkan, which I've actually come to like Dokkan a lot. I have the Japanese version also, so I could upload that. I could upload that. I could upload that basically, and then I have Dragon Ball Legends, which I'm gonna say this right now. Somebody's sweating. He had a dog, where are y'all getting all these good weapons from? Like, tell me. Y'all going to like a merchant or something and getting y'all's weapons? But nah, I'm gonna do Legends. I'm gonna say I'm gonna make this a fact right here. I'm not gonna be doing that. I might be doing story mode stuff, which means I'll have to start from the very beginning. I'm pretty far in the story right now, basically, so I could redo the story missions, and I could also do event missions and stuff like that, and maybe summoning videos. But I'll say this as a fact: I don't think you guys will like my summoning videos. One question being is summonings on Legends are worse than summonings on Dokkan. And I'll tell you this right now, on Dokkan, if I do a summoning video, at least I know I'm gonna get a good amount of SR pulls, basically. So I know I'm gonna get like a few SSRs, and that'll probably be a good video. I think the other day I pulled Rage Trunks. So there's that. And yeah, where is this guy at? I know he was up there. Yeah, watch this. Watch this. I bet this man is so much of a sweat. He's gonna jump down and he's gonna take me on, and he's gonna end me basically. Now you could say, man, why don't you go up and rush them? No. That's one thing you never do in Fortnite. Even if they're a Buildy McBuilderson, I'm not gonna rush somebody. That's a no-no on my plan. See, my playstyle is you want to get the element of surprise. You get the element of surprise. If he stands still, that is. You could get a good snipe shot off. Like that. And he gave me minis too. So there's that. Let's see. To be honest, I was kind of panicking there for a good second. And I would have messed up that shot. If I would have messed it up, I would have been in terms of I would have been destroyed basically at that point. And but no, basically I'm gonna push back to mobile content and the what if stuff for now. Missed. And then for 31 health, time to get high ground. There you go. Sorry I'm not talking so much, I'm kind of concentrating. And when you're going up against sweats like these people, you have to concentrate. One being is because well, as you see, most of these guys are sweating. And two being, I have to concentrate. If I don't concentrate and I'm talking at the same time, I'm gonna start panicking and I'm gonna lose the game basically. That guy's right there. If this guy tries, if he tries to push me, I'm gonna snipe shot him. Okay, he's in the water. Oh, that would have been bad. That would have been bad. Bye, fish stick. Ooh. Gotta get my health up. Dog, where is this guy? See, here's what you want to do. You basically want to trap them in. Now, if he falls for the bait, which I'm hoping he does. If he falls for the bait, and then we're good. Where are you falling? Where are you at? Come on, dog. I opened up the space for you. And that's how you get a victory royale right there. Yeah. As you see, I think I got 9 kills that game, right? Match, whatever. Oh, I got 11. I got 11 kills that game. Cool. Play a few more matches. If that was my first warm-up game, guys. Sorry, I had to stretch. But basically, I was thinking about doing Twitch content, but I realized it would be really hard to do. I'd literally have to go to Twitter, upload it from Twitter, basically go upload it to Twitter, then upload it to YouTube, then go to my phone, record my audio to that video, then delete that original video, and then upload the video. And I'm like, oh my god, dog, that's just doing too much. Like, no. Like, that's doing too much right there. And yeah, let me put something in the comments. There you go. I'll put a comment down there for you guys just to see if when it becomes live though. I mean when it becomes a video. Because after the live stream process is over with, it'll become a video. From there you guys can watch it. But yeah. Sly. But let's land at Frenzy's. Sometimes I call it French Fry Farm, Frenzy Farm. But yeah. Oh yeah, I've also heard there's been something at the drive-in. Let's go check that out. There'll be people here. Like every few minutes there'll be like a thing on the screen. There's something. Like with the back then in chapter 1, like the Wreck-It Ralph promotion, I mean crossover, whatever. Everybody was thinking there was gonna be a Wreck-It Ralph skin, and sadly they were mistaken on that. Get them nades. What did you have on you? Had a harpoon gun? Dog, I'm talking about these guys must have really good loot, to be honest. He had a harpoon gun, and he just started the game. I know you saw me. To be honest, even if I do lose this match, I don't care in the slightest. The factoid being, the real factoid being is, well, I've already won a game. Cool. Yeah, he might win this, actually. I'm out of mats and everything. This man probably has a full arsenal. Ah, he doesn't. I will thank him for that green tack there. And the med kit. Actually, nah. Saving that med kit, actually. You're probably saying, well, why did you save a med kit? So stupid, ain't it? No, because there's a campfire like right here. Also, there's like another guy here somewhere. I don't know where though. But supposedly I've heard that the thing is counting up. I don't know what that means. Some people think because in the files right now there is a basically Save the World skin, and basically it's a skin from this game called which I was talking about earlier, Battle Breakers, and her name is Razor. But then also I've seen screenshots of the skin in Battle Royale, like that with the back bling, and Save the World currently does not have back bling. So if that's the case, right, then that means basically, you know, then the skin is also coming to Battle Royale? Question mark. I was gonna say you guys are probably astonished how I'm taking these guys on, but if it was a PC player, I'd probably get clapped, maybe. Also, I'm not no noob. I ain't farming up these mats to get my weapons upgrade. I'll only do that unless I get a ton of mats off somebody, and I haven't ran into anybody yet who has a ton of mats. I'm getting a ton of metal mats, so I can basically have building materials. You know, it's kind of actually weird because Risky Reels had a bigger drive-in thing, and it was bigger than that. So I'm wondering what happened to the original Risky Reels sign, or not sign, but the movie theater thing, the drive-in theater, the original drive-in theater sign, because that one's actually like smaller. Oh yeah, so I was playing this creative map, and if you're an OG who plays Fortnite, I'm trying to keep on the Fortnite topic here. If you're an OG who's played Fortnite like way back then, and you remember when Playground first came out, I got a surprise for you. So, I was playing a creative map that said unreleased / vaulted items. Well, I went in, and the harpoon gun was there. Well, that can't be the case because the harpoon guns, I have it in my hands. It's been released. So maybe he hasn't went in and updated it yet. Which, you know, I mean, it's okay. But I'd take the harpoon gun out because of, well, one, it's kind of no longer, it's already in the game. Oh, I just got lucky. I found a purple tack in a chest. So yeah, guys, I don't know if this thing is gonna work, but usually there's like a llama. Like, remember back to the, in Season X, there'd be a llama on the TV. There'd be a llama up on the screen. It'd be bouncing, and it showed this little gauge going up and down, up and down. The storm's coming. I don't want to mess with it. Maybe I'll go into Playground later and see what happens. But other than that, I'm gonna try to survive this game. Also, they brought the house back. Pretty cool. That's a good spot to have. I would have been not okay with if they didn't bring it back. I think Epic got the idea of the whole Loot Lake thing, because this is basically like Loot Lake. House in the center. Stuff like that. Just making sure. You could say, I know most people say, well, what are you making sure of? I'm making sure nobody's behind me. That is one thing I don't like, is when somebody is camping or sneaking up. That's one thing I don't like. Where are you shooting from, Shoot again. Just in case he's shooting from behind. Come on. Do it. I'm waiting. You ever on the island? No? Got my building materials ready just in case. Is that who was shooting at me? Maybe. Just in case he doesn't see me. Unless that's a bot. If that's a bot. That makes sense. It was probably a bot. But, just in case. Now, I've actually had this topic for a good bit, but I'm gonna be truly honest with you guys. I think last season's event for Season X was not that good. Now I know what you're probably saying, man. That was like that was an awesome event, the rockets and stuff. Now hear me out on this. Oh, the one time the purple tech let me down. But nah, basically, last season event was not that good. Now, before y'all start putting comments down saying, man, that was a good event, you're just crazy or something. No, I'm being truly honest. Last season's event was not that good. I'm gonna be truly honest, except for the lobby stuff. The lobby stuff was cool, but in all, if I had to rate the event, there was some cool stuff in there that we hadn't seen before, like the multiple rockets. I mean, you could say, well, we knew that there was other visitors when they had the description of the 7. Yeah, I mean, it could be true. It could be true about that. I didn't see. I saw that coming, but I was like, well, then where's the other 7 at? It doesn't make sense. You're gonna have one say that there's 7 more, and they recently put that in. It wasn't in season 4. That description of one of the 7 was not in season 4. They recently put that in season X. Now the rockets like co-versing, like supposedly with the tapes with the story, supposedly the visitor was using the rift beacons or something to somehow maybe I don't know how he was using the rift beacons. I kind of forgot, guys, but basically he started building the rockets. He started building the rocket, and supposedly he would lose his memory or something. I don't know. It was super confusing how the tapes registered, how it went basically. But supposedly from what I'm getting, I don't know if this is how the story is going. When the rockets went around the meteorite and teleported it into a rift. Basically, when they rifted the meteorite into the 0 point, when the 0 point exploded, it made a black hole. But here's one thing: it manifested the 0 point into a humanoid form, which is this season's tier 100, basically. And if you want, from what I know of it, if you look at this season's tier 100, the back bling looks, the first variation of it looks like the 0 point. Has the cracks and everything on the orb. Looks exactly like the 0 point. Which was weird because I went back to season 4's event, which I think all of chapter 1 was all planned out in the beginning. I think they have to plan out chapter 2. Chapter 1, when the rocket event, I mean with the rocket event, the first one for season 4. There's a voice that comes on, like an intercom or something, and it says zero point oscillators on, which means 0 gravity or 0 gravity oscillators. I don't know what oscillators means. I'd have to look it up. So everybody's like, oh, that's crazy because of the 0 point. Now, I thought last season's story was okay, story-wise. Gameplay-wise, with the game itself, was horrible. The mechs were overpowered in the first few weeks. Let's face it, that was not good. I was able to win a game, and I was bad. I'd say if from the start of season 1, I mean the start of season X. Right now, I'd probably whoop me in the first week of season X. Basically, what I'm saying is, me right now, if I were able to take myself in a time machine, go back in time, I'd be able to whoop myself from the first few weeks of season X. And you could say, well, because you adapt. Your other self didn't adapt that well. Well, you could say that, but if I went against myself in season 1, chapter 1, it's over. Me right now, I know how to build. Me back then did not know how to build. Like, it's over. Nobody knew how to build back then. I'd probably be like the best builder. Oh, he has a shotgun. Yeah, that's why you don't trust the pump, guys. To be honest, I didn't know he had attack. Maybe he landed. Oh yeah, I forgot there was a chest spawn up there. My bad. Oh, that was funny, huh? It's funny how you about to get clapped the next guy you run into. Or the next sweat you go against you. I don't get how people think that's funny, huh? See, here's how I think of it. Fortnite is basically the type of game, right? It's the type of game where you get your loot, you get your stuff, you go in, you're prepared, all that, right? And then next thing you know, a dude gets you, or a dude eliminates you. That dude has got your loot and mats. There's like a 50-50 chance that he'll survive the next guy he goes against. So sometimes I get into moods of what's the point of playing the game if you know that it's like a 50-50 chance that you're going to be clapped or not be clapped. And sometimes you kind of got to take that risk, sometimes you don't, yada yada yada. You get the point. So apart from that, basically, oh, that's cool. Wait, no. I don't get why that pickaxe is popular right now. Like, it's literally a reskinned pickaxe and everybody's wearing it like it's something new. Like, no. You're wearing it because you got it for, well, you really didn't get it for free. Let's be honest. People who are like, oh, these bundle packs and all that, they're free skins. You're getting free skins. No. You're literally paying money. They're not free. Now, from what I heard from the crossover with Battle Breakers, that's actually a free skin if you basically download Battle Breakers and basically, you know, sign up with your Epic account and stuff like that. That's a free skin right there. You don't have to pay for anything. Those people who say that bundle packs and packs in general are free skins, they're not. Well, they're free skins, you get V-Bucks. No, you're paying money for it and getting V-Bucks back, but you're also getting a skin, so it's not really a free skin. Also, you guys are probably wondering, well, you're not wondering, but you see I have a different skin on, which I already showed you guys my locker, and I'm pretty sure you guys didn't see this skin in there. Well, I recently got it in the item shop. I'd say you should get it. It's probably worth it. The reason I got it is because I already had basically items for this set, and they didn't have the what was it, the Heart Ranger, Love Ranger, I forgot what his name was. I think it's the Love Ranger. They didn't have him in the store, so I was thinking I might as well get this skin. I couldn't get the pickaxes, those were like 800 V-Bucks. But I thought, okay, what the heck? Y'all are seeing this. I don't think a skin's hair is supposed to do that. I'm sorry, guys. I think I jinxed the skin. Anyway, to be honest, I think this skin came out in season 10. I'm pretty sure. And basically, There you go. And he had a spaz. Wow. That guy had to be mad after what happened. Heck, I'd be mad if I lost a spaz out of that. I'd be mad too. You know, somebody, I think that was an AUG. That's an AUG. You're probably saying that, man, you can hear that all the way out there. They're like way far away. You could hear that that was an AUG. Sometimes this even with my friends. My friend Mighty basically, he can actually hear the sound of the weapon. And if he hears the sound, he knows automatically what weapon it is. I'm pretty sure that was an AUG, and if it wasn't, it was a FAMAS, yeah, whatever. This place is in the circle, so I'm gonna be looting like a king. You know, I'm gonna talk about a different topic right now because I was actually, to be honest, I wasn't really talking about a topic. I was just playing the game, but I want to talk about a topic now. So I've heard. I have a few topics actually. I've heard that from multiple news sources, or basically multiple sources, that Game Freak, the people behind the Pokemon games, basically they said that they weren't reusing models in Sword and Shield, but then supposedly they did. Now, I'm not trying to get into I'm not trying to say, well, maybe it's bad that they reused models and that they lied. To be honest, I'm not taking no sides on it, because there's people that's like, oh, they lied to Game Freak lied, or something like that, and people are like, yeah, it doesn't matter. To be honest, yeah, they lied. I mean, everybody lies. Like, what's the deal? Everybody lies in the world. So what? So what? They lied about reusing assets. And I mean, to be honest, reusing assets is not a bad thing. Let's face this, okay? Most of the games that come out that were good reuse assets. Good example, Portal. Portal reused Half-Life 2's most of Half-Life 2's assets. Some of them were new, but some of them used Half-Life 2's basically assets, like the models, the textures, all of that. Portal used all those textures and models and all that. So basically, there was that, right? So there's an example right there, and it was a good game. They reused models. Sometimes when reusing models in games was not that bad, but from what I've heard, sometimes when you rely too much on reusing models, it's not good. Which I do agree, you shouldn't reuse models every time. One thing that Fortnite, I think, did is they would reuse the default model a lot, but in Save the World they have custom models that they could use and bring over. Basically, I know it'd take a while to bring them over, but it'd be pretty cool to see, for the fact being that you got some of these bulky skins. Some of them are based off the regular defaults, but their hitboxes are gigantic. But another thing I've also heard is that the game doesn't have most of the national decks, which the Pokédex, the national decks, whatever, which, yeah, that's kind of weird. There's no Mega Evolution, there's no Z whatever, Z Dance, Z Wake, I don't know what it's called, to be honest. I haven't really played Sun and Moon. I mean, I'll probably get to it eventually. But basically, I've heard from one dude he was playing the newer, like, either Sword or Shield, and he said that some of his favorites from the national decks were in there. So, I mean, if that was the case, then I guess it's okay, but to be honest, they also reuse assets from the 3DS games from Sun and Moon, like cutscenes and stuff like that. And to be completely honest with you guys, I don't think that would, if they did it in a way that, you know, they couldn't, it would take a long time to create new models, then I can see that being perfectly fine. The one thing that I have to say though is, you know, they could have gave, basically their excuse, well, I wouldn't say excuse, but what they said basically was like, well, some models, like, we wanted better graphics than more, like, more, you know, Pokemon. I'm like, yeah. So, like, what of it? Like, what of it? Like, you get what I'm saying, basically. Like, I mean, I don't get why people nowadays are like, oh man, graphics are everything. And when I hear that, I'm like, give me a sec. I'm like, I have to literally give them an explanation. I'm like, okay, so in your opinion, you think the graphics are better. In my opinion, I think gameplay is better, to be honest. And, you know, you could say, well, yeah, you know, sometimes graphics are the thing, but gameplay is what I mainly look for. If the gameplay is not good, think of it. If the gameplay is not that good, the game is not good. I'd rather take good gameplay over better graphics any day. An example being is Super Dragon Ball Heroes World Mission. The graphics are the Budokai 3 graphics, updated Budokai 3 graphics, but in return you get gameplay. Like, it's, you could say, well, it's just like, it's like Dokkan, basically. Like, you have to hit the gauge, and basically that's how the, you know, they fight, and they start doing punches and stuff. Yeah, you could say, well, that's not that good gameplay, but I think it is, to be honest. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's the best gameplay. I'm not gonna say it's the worst. But gameplay, like that, in terms of that gameplay, you get to see cool ults, you get to see team tactics, you get to see units, like you can get an HP unit that refills your health. You can get a energy unit, which I think refills your stamina or something. I don't know. You can literally strategize each unit. You can put any, like, super attack, any special abilities, any, like, you can put transformation units on characters. I think that's pretty cool, to be honest. You can literally strategize with it, and I think that's what I like about it in gameplay terms. To be honest, yeah, the graphics, you know, the graphics don't bother me, to be honest, because if you went back and played the original Budokai, or the original Budokai 3, basically, or no, if you went back and played the original Budokai and looked at those graphics, and then you played Budokai 3, you'd be like, wow, that's a huge jump right there in terms of graphics, basically. And I'd say, yeah, that is a big jump right there, because Budokai 1 graphics, I'm gonna say this, for its time, the Budokai 1 graphics were okay. The HD remake made it a little bit better, but I'd take the Budokai 3 graphics and 2 graphics over the 1. and Budokai 1. And Budokai 2 actually had what ifs. So yeah. But basically, sure, it doesn't have like Xenoverse graphics, but I'm gonna be truly honest. Xenoverse's graphics, now that I look at them, and I've been playing Xenoverse for years, guys. The Xenoverse graphics, the first one had like a shading, and it was okay. The second one still had that shading, but it wasn't that much shaded, which is it was a little bit more lighter. It didn't have that much shading that the first game had, which I wouldn't say was a downfall, but sometimes in the first game the graphics looked a little bit better, story wise. Gameplay wise, no. Xenoverse 2 gameplay wise knocks that out the park, but story wise for Xenoverse 1, that knocked out Xenoverse 2 story. And because one, there was so many things that they did in Xenoverse 1. Your character's body gets switched with Captain Ginyu, and you have to fight Captain Ginyu in your body, basically. And you're basically Captain Ginyu. What else? There's a few other ones. You get to fight Hercule, and he's like super powered up, and he like keeps getting up and keeps fighting. The fight with Majin Buu, even though it was frustrating, you had to fight like many Majin Buus, and they were like frustrating because that was the one mission in Xenoverse I got really frustrated with. That and what other mission was it? The Bardock one, that one was frustrating, and what else? I forgot what else. There's a few other frustrating ones. Yep, he got me. But yeah, basically, a lot of people, I will say this. One thing is, Ultimate Tenkaichi was actually, those graphics actually ported over to Raging Blast. Because, but not only that, but it wasn't like the same quality of graphics. I thought Ultimate Tenkaichi kind of looked better than Raging Blast, but it was basically the same the same in terms. But Ultimate Tenkaichi looked really good. The only thing that I've heard that people thought was horrible about it was the rock paper scissors system in it, which I do agree that was a really flawed system, but I thought in terms of the rock paper scissors system, I thought it was an okay mechanic for its time, basically. Like it gave that like difficulty to the battle. Think about it. In most Dragon Ball games, the enemy, you basically, let's take Frieza for example. The enemy would literally, you'd just be able to beat the enemy. Ultimate Tenkaichi, you had to strategize and be like, okay, should I hit triangle, O, square, or X? Like, you just basically try to figure out which one you want to hit, because you don't want to match the enemy because it'll end up as a clash. I thought that was a little genius, to be honest, as a system. Another game which I think most people didn't really, well, don't really acknowledge nowadays, which I think they should do a sequel to it, is what was it? Battle of Z. Yeah, Battle of Z. The reason I'm saying that is, if I were to do a sequel to that, or if I was Bandai, the ultimate cards where you have to get like do the ultimate with a card or have it set up. It was an okay system that was implemented in it, but the one thing that I thought was flawed is that you had to basically wait to get them. So you had to wait weeks, go into the shop, get one. I mean, you could redo missions and stuff like that, get stuff and be able to do ultimates, like, but when you first start off and you don't have that many points, like, basically it'd be hard to pull off ults and stuff like that. And not only that, it was already hard to pull off ults. Once you got up to the Cell Saga, your teammates would not be helping you, and it'd just get harder from there. And which I thought was really good. Like, there needs to be difficulty in the game, not too hard, but good enough. I'm telling you, when I beat Cell in his super perfect form, I was about to like jump for joy or something like that. I was jumping for joy because I was like, oh my god, because from the Vegeta to the Frieza saga, they would basically, the CPU allies would hold your hand, basically. Not too much though, but a good amount. And you basically, you get these cards and you would equip them to these characters that would make them stronger and stuff like that. I thought the card system was okay as a thing. That's my opinion. Basically, you could get these ridiculous overpowered cards on the item shop that would have like 120, 150 health, key, basic attack, all that, basically. I thought that's actually a pretty cool mechanic, which supposedly Battle of Gods was actually, I said Battle of Gods. Battle of Z was actually a predecessor to Xenoverse. To Xenoverse 1, that is. It was a prototype for Xenoverse 1. Which, for a prototype, it was not that bad, to be honest. But, like, once you got to certain points... Sorry. Once you got to certain points, in the story, you'd have to start carrying sensu beans around, because if you didn't, you would lose the mission. I think the hardest mission in that game had to be the one where you had to fight Beerus and Vegito. Now you're probably saying, well, why would you say that? Because there's other missions where you have to fight Brawly, Bardock, Raditz, Nappa, and Vegeta, and they'd all transform. Basically, when you took out their base form, their transformed state would come in. I do agree with that. Those were kind of hard, but not as hard as like when you got up to Beerus, because when you got up to Beerus in that game, not only would you have to fight Hirudegarn, Brawly, Cooler, Metacooler, and then who else was it? I forgot who else it was. Not only would you have to fight them, but you would have to basically fight Beerus and Whis. Now, at that point in time, there was no, you would have no god characters. Like, no god tier characters, like God Goku. You basically have, like, Super Saiyan 3 characters. Gohan, you know. I thought I had a trap. You'd have Gohan, Piccolo, yeah, all them. Basically, like, Buu Saga tier characters. So, I'd pick some Majin Buus because, you know, they're decent. Maybe, like, a few Super Saiyan, like Super Saiyan 3, maybe Vegeta, maybe Prince of Destruction. Something along those lines. But once you got up to Beerus, you would think naturally, oh yeah, your health comes back. Your health does not come back. Whatever you had before, and the amount of, like, basically, like, retries you had would stay where it was at after you fought those first few people. When you get up to Beerus, and you have hardly no health, and you've already used, like, sensu beans and retries and all that, it's crazy, man. Like, he literally can one-shot you. You literally have to block a lot, or he'll one-shot you. The first time I fought him, which I think I pulled off an ult, or I tried to pull off an ult on him and it didn't work. I think I tried to do the spirit bomb and it just didn't work. Or I was playing as Gohan, maybe. I don't know who I was playing as, to be honest, but then you would have to fight Whis, which Whis is stronger than Beerus. And then you get like Super Saiyan God and them, like Super Saiyan God Goku. And then I think the next mission you get Beerus and Whis maybe. And at that point they didn't come out with Fukatsu no F or Resurrection of F. So the last mission, you'd have to fight every enemy or every person that you fought in the game, and the last person you fought would be Vegito. So literally, you'd have to pick a good team that's really strong and wouldn't go down, and you gotta make sure you don't go down in general. So you got all those, basically. You have to worry about all those. All that, basically. I said all those. You gotta worry about all that. And when you get up to Vegito, like, you have to have, like, somebody like Beerus on the team because... Or God Goku, either or, because of, the fact that, they're more powerful than Vegito, if you have the right cards. But anyway... Once you'd fight Vegito, I was like, dang, man, this is actually a good game. Like, and I heard it was a prototype to Xenoverse. I was like, dang, I wish they came out with more, like, had more what if stuff. Like, in that game. Because it had that arcade feel to it, like, it had that just arcade feel to it. And, I thought it was a okay... experience for a Dragon Ball game. But not only that, but you were also able to change the roster's clothing colors. So you could have like Majin Vegeta and all his like gi or his training suit is all black basically, or like all red or all whatever color you want basically. You could have Piccolo with a black gi or something over to the first Xenoverse or Xenoverse 2 basically. But yeah. That's all I had to say. I just kind of wish they came out with a sequel to the Battle. Well, not a sequel, but Battle of Z2 or something like, or Battle of S or Battle of Super. That'd be pretty cool, a sequel. How long have I been recording for? Let me check this out, guys. Oh, wait. Advanced settings, display message and comments. About hour 14, so I'm gonna end the stream here. My guess is that's what I'm gonna do. You could say, well, why not finish the game? I might just let this guy kill me, to be honest, because I want to stay in it. Oh. I wasn't gonna let him kill me, guys. That was a joke. Kind of hoping somebody snipes me, though, to be honest. But I don't want the stream to go on for too long. An hour 14 seems pretty good. You know, I might start up a stream back up at 9 or 10. I'm not saying this as a promise, but I might. So yeah, if you like the video, guys, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And yeah, I'm sorry I'm cutting it off in the middle of a game, but yeah, I'll probably start it up back at 9 probably 9 or 10. I'll do creative service because I did promise you guys that. So at least I'll fulfill my promise on that because I feel like it. Anyway, guys, if you liked it, I'm repeating myself. Sorry, guys. But yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for supporting. Thank you guys who've been here from the beginning. Couldn't have done it without you guys. And I appreciate it. I hope you all have a good day. Peace.